Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Guess what's in some cherries? I told you about this recipe a couple months ago. I couldn't make it because I couldn't find any cherries. Cherries are out, so now I can make it. We are going to make warm rice pudding with cherries. Now they want 8 ounces of pitted cherries, halved, and that's what I'm going to have to do. I have a pitter here, an individual one. Everyone has a different one according to their way. And it pits, and then I'll be cutting all of them in half, but we need 8 ounces of them. So I'm going to be at this for a little bit, and I'll be back when if you want to see how it's done, I'll show you. Put your cherry in here. I know. Go right where the stem was. Press it. And it pops the seed right out. Then you take the cherry out. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, we've pitted the cherries. Now they want us to cut them in half because they're going in the pudding. This one had 2 seeds in it. Because I popped a seed out of every last one of them, but that one had 2 of them in there. This rice pudding is not going to be made like the ones that Americans make that are very quick and all. This is going to take a little bit of time in different steps. You do not know how tempting it is to want to munch on these as I work them. I have to contain myself. This is another fruit that I just love very, very much. Some of the fruits I like usually have a very short season. Most people like apples and oranges and stuff. I think of cherries, boysenberry, gooseberries, currants, things like that, which are difficult and they're not readily available. Okay, we're going to put this to the side. Don't worry, we're going to get back to it. Now, in a saucepan that has a heavy bottom so it doesn't burn. See, I have this one. All my pans are like this, which I love dearly. We are going to add, now that I've already spilled cherry juice on my book again. I don't believe I did that. God, it's right there. You can't even miss it. All right. They want us to put milk, rice, and salt in a heavy bottom, a medium saucepan. All right, we need 3½ cups of milk. Why not just lay everything up centered? Why not? Brown trash can. I don't know why my sons put cardboard in that one because I'll get ticketed for it. Okay, that's 2 cups. Now this one will make 3½. Okay, we got the milk. They want 2/3 of a cup of rice like you would use for a risotto. They're talking about a medium grain. I'm using white rice. I told you when I make this, when I make rice pudding, I use white rice. I tried it with brown rice. Believe you me, it tastes horrible. But you need medium grain. And they want 2/3 of a cup. Okay, I want you to add all of this. They're not talking about rinsing the rice or anything because of what it's going to do. And they want a pinch of salt. I have the salt here. A pinch is like a 1/16. It's just a little bit. Oh, we're going to turn the flame on and I'm going to read the instructions so you know exactly what you have to do, because I don't think you want to watch me for 25 minutes doing this. All right, now this is what they want you to do. You're going to bring it to a simmer over medium heat, stirring often to discourage the milk from boiling over. Reduce the heat to medium-low, simmer uncovered, stirring often to avoid scorching, because milk will burn on the bottom, and that's what they mean when they say scorching, until the rice is tender and most of the milk has been absorbed, about 25 minutes. Now they remind you, don't simmer the rice too quickly or it will absorb the milk before it becomes tender. If necessary, add 1/3 of a cup of milk to the rice. The final rice milk mixture should be slightly loose. Okay, now that's what I'm going to be doing. But I'll tell you what else we need. You need an 8 by 11 pan baking dish. You're also going to have to butter it. From buttering it, they want you to then put breadcrumbs, plain breadcrumbs, sprinkle them like you would do flour, and do it, which I've already done. This is my 8 by 11. You're going to need 3 eggs. You're going to need butter. You're going to need vanilla. Oh, God, Sandy, you are really making a mess. You handle a few cherries, and you're messing. Well, at least you'll be able to find the place. All right, and we're also going to need some sugar and confectionery sugar as well. And we're going to need vanilla. So I'll read it again. Get some butter. You're going to need vanilla. You're going to need 3 large eggs. You're going to need the zest of 1 lemon. You're going to need sugar. And you're going to need 8 ounces of fresh sweet cherries pitted in half, which I've already done. And you're also going to need confectionery sugar. All right? And you can always tell my cookbooks, they're always going to be a mess and marked up. So I'm going to do that right now and take care of that, and I will be back. I've already read to you what you have to do. I don't think you want to stand there watching me 25 minutes doing this. So I'll be back once I get it to that point. Okay, my rice is done. Let's see if I can get you over here. I'm going to try. Go turn the flame off. And here it is. Let's see if I can get you higher so you can see better. Here it is. Here's mine. Let's see if I can get you up closer so you can see. See? That's how it looks. Now what we're going to do is, what do they want me to do? Butter, vanilla, and lemon. Okay. They want you to put in 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Mine's a little red from the cherries. They want, how much vanilla do they want? Always leave your handles that way. You can knock them over and burn yourself severely. All right, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Where did I put the teaspoon? we're going to put the zest, lemon zest, of 1 whole lemon. The zest is just the yellow part. You want to stir this around to make sure that that butter melts. Let me get this going. Zest is actually, for those of you that don't know, is just the yellow part of the lemon, or an orange, or a lime, or a grapefruit. So what you try not to do is get too much white and just get the yellow. So this morning I was showing my son the history of food and how they change in the terminologies, working with them and trying to understand this. So this is why you should know the history of food if you're going to cook, to understand, so you can go in those back old cookbooks. You understand what they want. It's just like sewing, and it's just like tools that men use today. They're not the tools of yesterday. They're different in how they did it. So it gives us a lot to learn. Okay, I think I pretty much stripped it. Always keep a toothpick in the house for this. Help to free a lot of this up. Because this is a very fine one. It doesn't get it all, but you can get enough to just help. When you go in the other direction, believe you me, you can get a lot of this off. Okay, Now they want us to stir this until that butter is totally mixed and melted. Doesn't this look nice and creamy? I don't think you can see it, but I'm trying to get you as close as I can. Hold on, I don't want to throw you to the floor like I have a tendency to do. Just waiting for the butter, and they say keep stirring until you get the butter all dissolved. Just about, it's one little tiny piece. Just stirring it around. Okay. Let's get you back up here. We need to leave that alone for now while we get the other parts done. I know. Let's see if I can get you upright. All right. All right, now they want you to heat your oven to 350. Make sure the rack or your shelf is in the middle. If it's not going to work. If you have it too low, it'll cook too fast and it'll burn on the bottom. If you have it too high, it's not going to cook in the time allotted. And then it dries out. This is why it's very specific of where you put things in the on the shelves. All right, and now they want you to butter a 11 by 8 inch glass baking dish, which I did, and dust with dried bread crumbs and tap out the excess crumbs. So that means you do the bottom and the sides with butter, and then you get the crumbs all the way on the sides and the bottom. Now we're going to have to separate some eggs. Which is going to be the largest bowl for all of this? The whites, what? All right, need a bowl, beat electrons, sugar, and beat till mixture. Okay, 2 bowls. The smaller one, you're going to put your egg whites in. I know it looks so easy, doesn't it? If you do it this way and you're having problems, pour the raw egg into your hand. Keep your fingers close together but spaced so the egg white can come through, and then you'll have the egg yolk in your hand, and you can just slide it that way as well. Oh, come on. The lining didn't break on this one. You know what I just told you? Come on, separate. I have my problems just like anybody else when it comes to these eggs. There, okay. Oh, I got the lining on this one. If you don't break that lining on your egg, you will have a problem. As you can see on the second egg, I had problems. Is that a third? Yes. All right, now what do you want me to do? I separated. Okay. Too cold to take out the ice cream machine maker that I have, that my husband got me. I know you're saying your husband couldn't have possibly bought you all that stuff. Yes, he did. My husband liked to eat. He knew I loved to cook, so between that combination, we had a grand time. Put your egg yolks to the side. We'll get to them soon enough. Right now we're going to work on these. I'm going to need 1/3 of a cup of sugar. So we have the rice, we have the pan ready, the cherries are ready. Now we're going to beat these till you get stiff peaks. So we're going to be at this for about 5 minutes. I'll let you see so you can see how it comes together. See the shine on the eggs? Very good. This is going to be our lift. Remember when I said there are certain things that lift: baking powder, baking soda, yeast, and air. Egg whites, we're beating all this egg white and sugar in here, which is going to give it a stiff peak, and then it's going to hold. Oh, see when you pick it up, this is called a soft peak. You see that? That's called a soft peak. A hard peak, they stand right there. Give us the whole lift just with the rice pudding. That's why they want this really stiff. See, it's getting there. see that? Watch. Stiff peaks. Now, oh wait a minute, I need this. I gotta take these off, because I usually take them off. I don't want them taken off this time. Okay, let's see, it should go in right about here somewhere. Let's see, right about there. And here is right about there. Oh, we did a wonderful job. All right, we'll put this to the side. You're going to need 1/3 of a cup of sugar again. I'm sorry, I'm just everywhere trying to get this together. What you're going to do is we are going to beat these egg yolks in the sugar. See how it's changing? That's what they want. Look how the egg yolks act so differently now. Hold on, I'm going to read the next section. There's a lot of sections in this. Okay, we are going to put the rice in here. Oh, that's cute. Put it on low because I want you to stir it in. I don't have 3 hands. Got that done. Yeah, well, I did that best I could. You want one? We're done with this. Spatula. you're going to take 1/4 of your egg whites. You're going to fold this in. This is going to give a little lift to this. Now folding means to go, you're going to go under and come up. If you just stir on the top, you're beating the air out of it. Okay, we got that. All right, they want the rest of the whites put in this. As you can see, it's picking up on its volume. That's the egg whites. This is where we're using actually the air to make it the volume instead of using a yeast, a baking powder, or baking soda. This is the air lift to give it the volume that we're looking for. My towels are all dirty anyway. I'm just making sure it's all mixed, and then we're going to take care of it. Okay. Your pan should look like this, the sides and all. You can see that I did. Okay. I want you to pour half of it in. Now you just want you to sprinkle cherries around. They say just 8 ounces of cherries they want. Carefully, you're going to pour the other half over it. get it in the oven. Okay, they want us to bake this for 30 minutes. How do you check it? They sit there and say, the pudding is puffed and golden brown and the center feels set when you press. That's how you're going to know. And when it's done, they say, then they want you to dust the top of the pudding with confectionery sugar and serve immediately. Now, I'm not going to be serving mine till tomorrow, but they said this pudding is best served warm, but it can be refrigerated for up to 2 days, and you don't take it out and let it get room temperature, and you can warm it up real quick and then serve it. Okay? So we have 30 minutes. That'll be 1 after the hour. Okay, I'll see you in 30 minutes and we'll see how this looks. Okay, here it is, right there. That's it, done. Feels really nice. I had to cook mine 10 minutes longer than what they requested, 30, so I had to cook mine at 40. I'm going to let this cool a bit, and then I'm going to sift confectionery sugar over it. Now, a way you can do it is get a strainer. The handle came off of this one, but put a little bit of confectionery sugar in here, and what you do is go tap, 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 tap like this, and it'll sprinkle it nice. Then you serve it. That's it. So take care. Bye-bye.